scary every time. Okay, so I know I'm the new girl here, but I really wanted to create a tag, and I'm not really sure the best way to go about doing that, so I'm just gonna do it, because why not? Why not? So I wanted to give a toast, if you can't already tell, to all of my favorite minor or secondary characters, because you know what? Secondary characters do not get the love that they deserve. There are so many great characters out there that I just love to love and love to hate, and they don't get any attention, because you know, sometimes the main character is great and all, but what really makes a story is those wonderful, wonderful secondary characters. So yeah, sometimes the main character is the only character that gets all the love, and I just thought it was time for a change, because you know, sometimes we feel like minor characters in the stories of our lives. That just got really cheesy and really heavy at the same time. But anyway, yes, to shine a light on all of my favorite minor characters out there, I wanted to create a toast and a tag, and hopefully you will toast with me. So let's do this thing. That's good. Number 1, name a character who you wanted to see more of. So for this question, I picked Reagan from Fangirl. This is Kath's roommate, and some of you may not even remember poor Reagan, but I absolutely loved her. Like, I loved her spunk and her sass, and I honestly would love to see a book about Reagan. Like, if we can make Carry On happen from Fangirl, can we make Reagan's story happen? Are you there, Rainbow Rel? It's me, Molly. Number 2, name a character you want to be friends with in real life. For me, this is easy. Hermione. No competition whatsoever. Honestly, I not only want to be friends with her in real life, I actually would like to be her, so who would make a better best friend? No one. It's Hermione. Easy, done. Number 3, name a minor character who bored you. I'm gonna have to go with Amy from The Spectacular Now. Again, I know I just kind of talked about this, so it might be fresh on my mind, but I just did not love her character, and I don't know if it was intentional. I honestly don't, because I know in the beginning of the book she was meant to be like this reserved, quiet, like wallflower who needs to come out of her shell, but I just didn't feel like I ever saw the real growth that I wanted to see. I just kind of thought she was boring. I don't know. In the movie, she was a little bit cooler, but she just kind of fell flat to me. I don't know. Number 4, name a minor character who annoyed you. For me, that would be Conrad from The Summer I Turned Pretty. Oh man, I'm probably gonna make some enemies with that one, but you know what? I just found him to be so annoying. He was like always brooding, angsty. I just didn't understand. I didn't get the appeal. And maybe this isn't a fair assessment, because I know there's a second book, and maybe like his motivations and personality and, you know, innermost thoughts come out on the page, and I really empathize with him a little bit better, but man, I did not get it. I wasn't on the Conrad train, and I didn't understand. Like, I didn't see what Belly saw in him. Number 5, name a minor character who grew on you. I'm gonna have to say Petey from The Bone Gap by Laura Ruby. In the beginning of the novel, she really frustrated me. I just really disliked her in the beginning. She just kind of seemed like a jerk who had a chip on her shoulder for no reason. But towards the end, I was like so in sync with this character. You really start to see her insecurities and just what motivates her. And it's so well done, because in the beginning you see her as everyone else sees her. She is another character I would totally love to see made into a book. Like, if I could read a book on her life, I would do it right now. I would do it. Number 6, name a minor character who broke your heart. I'm gonna have to go with Patrick from Perks of Being a Wallflower. Is it any surprise that I picked a character from the Perks of Being a Wallflower? I don't think it is. He is one of the most heartbreaking characters. There's this one scene, and I don't really want to give it away, but you're just gonna have to read it. If you haven't read it, you're just gonna have to read it. It just gives you all the feels. He's just not accepted for who he is, and he's so misunderstood, and though emotional drinking. We're emotional drinking now. This is excellent. Number 7, name a character who made you laugh. And guess what? I'm also gonna say Patrick from Perks of Being a Wallflower. Not because he's one of the funniest characters I've ever come across in a book, but because I want to really, really let you know just how complex of a character Patrick is in Perks of Being a Wallflower. He is really such a heartwarming guy. And there were parts of the books where I was laughing, which if you watch my other video, you know I don't do a whole lot while I'm reading. He's just this funny guy who has so many layers to him. Honestly, for a minor character, he's well drawn, he is complex. And the movie, he's so great too in the movie. What's wrong with me? Number 8, a character who made you cry. Oh, I rarely cry in books because of minor characters, I will admit. This might be cheating a little bit, but I'm gonna pick Tinkerbell from Tiger Lily, which is a retelling of Peter Pan by Jodi Lynn Anderson. She's technically the narrator, but she is far from a main character. She's definitely almost literally a fly on the wall. And I just loved her. I wanted more of her. But yeah, she was heartbreaking. Her character was heartbreaking. And just, I think the story itself was heartbreaking, so it kind of sets you up for a good cry. In fact, I will read you one of the things that Tinkerbell says. She says, "Let me tell you something straight off. This is a love story, but not like any you've heard. The boy and girl are far from innocent. Dear lives are lost, and good doesn't win. In some places, there is something ultimately good about endings. In Neverland, that is not the case." So yeah, it's kind of the story itself is pretty heartbreaking. Number 9, a character who surprised you. I'm gonna go with Alaska from Looking for Alaska, and I'm not gonna say why because let's just say plot twist. Plot twist. Major plot twist. And number 10, a character you're reading about right now who is intriguing you. I'm gonna go with the Grace Keepers, which I'm still reading. I still haven't finished any of my books because I have a major freelance project right now that's taking up all of my time. I'm gonna go with Malia, I think, is how you say her name. A little bit of an intriguing character. I didn't think we were gonna get that close of a glimpse into the circus folk. And I'm really, really glad that I was wrong about that. So yes, that is my small toast to minor or secondary characters. If you would like to be tagged in this video, I hereby tag you. Feel free to name some of your own favorite minor characters. I would love to know. Because sometimes they just slip under the radar, you know? And other times they really stick with us for whatever reason, whether we love or hate them. There really are no small roles. I'm like so cheesy right now. I don't know what's happening. I hope you gave a toast as well, and I hope you answer these questions for yourself. It's harder than you might think. And I will see you in another video. Bye!